All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, call line la, YAHAWAH, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Harakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Salakia. And hearty Shalom to the elect. All right, this is going to be a lesson on, thermonuclear destruction. All right, nuclear war is coming, okay? Nuclear war is what will be one of the instances in which America is destroyed. Okay. So this is Jeremiah 50:9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So one of the north countries in which the Lord's going to have come up against America is Russia. Okay. So lucky, all is yawning. And the arrows go into a weapon, okay? And that weapon is thermonuclear missiles. All right, let's see what they got here for arrow. All right, an arrow, a dart. So we know that the nuclear missiles, they resemble an arrow, all right? They have the little warhead at the front, which you can look at as the tip point of the arrow where the spearhead is, okay? And then you have the tail of it, and it has this where you can, if you imagine a dart and has the three little tails at the back of it that help it fly and traject through the air when you throw it. The same thing with the arrow and the same thing with the thermonuclear missile, okay? All right. So let's go here right quick. This is Russia tests nuclear powered flying Chernobyl missile super weapon that has unlimited range. All right. So it says here, Vladimir Putin claims Russia has tested a new nuclear powered missile dubbed Flying Chernobyl, and has vowed it will soon be ready for war. The Russian president said his menacing 9M73 Burvesting missile, assigned the codename Skyfall by NATO, was a weapon of unlimited range, powered by a nuclear engine. All right, the Lord's arrows. Look, you can see in this picture right here, it's a missile. All right, it says Putin's long-touted super weapon will be met by skepticism in the West. All right, the West is always full of denial and that pride. With the weapons development history previously blighted by failures and delays. All right, let's see. The Skyfall missile was previously described by the top State Department official Thomas Countryman as a uniquely stupid weapon system. All right, he called the Burvestink a flying Chernobyl that poses more threat to Russia than it does any other country due to its daily radioactive trail. But the latest supposedly successful missile launch saw it travel 1,400 kilometers for 15 hours. Top Russian General Valery said, I can't say his last name, Salakia. Putin also boasted his new weapon was invincible in the face of current and future missile defense systems. What we know in the book of Joel, it says, let me go get it right quick. This is Joel chapter 2 and 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall fall, they shall run, and they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. Upon the wall, they shall climb up the house. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the window like at the windows, in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the voice of Yahawah shall be uttered, and Yahawah shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executed his word. For the day of Yahawah is great and is very terrible. Who can abide in it? So my point in reading this to you is that those missiles that the Lord's going to be in control of, which is going to be all of them, are not going to be hindered by any defense system, okay? Because through the Spirit, the scripture is just telling us that nothing is going to stop these missiles from doing their job. Nothing, okay? So Putin is right to boast about this, that it's invincible to any current and future missile defense system, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be on these weapons. All right. It says dubbed SSCX-9 Skyfall by NATO. The Burvestink missile is about 12 meters long and carries a thermonuclear warhead. It was first unveiled in 2018 and was one of six Russian super weapons held by Putin. All right. Its sister projects include the Satan II or Sarmat nuclear missile, the Zircon, Vanguard, and Kinzhal hypersonic weapons, and the Poseidon submarine nuclear drone. All right, so the Lord got this man coming out with all these different types of nuclear warheads and their capabilities. Okay, let's look right here. It says the Tyrant has superpowers and 6,000 warheads at its disposal. All right, well, America has its own nuclear stockpile, and I'm sure they're creating propaganda about America and their nuclear stockpile. But nonetheless, you see what the Lord has in store for Esau. All right, you see it. Let's look at this video right here.
Боевая тревога, ракетная атака.
Есть боевая тревога, ракетная атака.
Глубина старта 75 метров. Боевой курс 345 градусов.
Боевая тревога, ракетная атака. Создать рубежи обороны на кормовой переборке 3-го отсека, носовой переборке 5-го виз-отсека. Командир рубежей обороны, командира отсека. Личного состава НКЧ-2 покинуть 4-5 отсеки.
Выработать нормальные условия старта.
Есть нормальные условия старта.
Есть расчет. Вперед 6,5, есть пускай скорости.
Декрет 0, декрет 0.
Давление в системах ОВД гидравлики в норме.
Значит, командир, есть нормальные условия старта.
Есть расчет.
До старта 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Начало залпа.
Look at there, it goes in the background.
Внимание, расчет. Получен приказ.
Есть приказ. Дублирую приказ на пусковые установки.
Приготовиться к совместным действиям.
К совместным действиям готов. Проконтролировать правильность набора. Набор верен.
Внимание, расчет. Пуск.
Есть пуск.
to go and hit here in America. All right, some people may catch a missile right to the face. Come right down on some people's heads, and their buildings and their houses, destroy everything.
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously.
All right, we seen him come out the ground in this video. We saw the plane being loaded up. We saw it coming out of. We saw it come out of a submarine. We saw it come out of the silos. The Lord is preparing his armory, man. Okay, to bring forth destruction to America. Now you don't want to be caught up in this. And one way a lot of people probably simply gonna get caught up in this is if they take that MOTB. All right. One precursor that's leading to the MOTB, all right, is this food stamps the food stamps are gonna come out. All right, they're going to stop issuing food stamps. This could lead people to being tricked into taking the MOTB to feed their family. Okay, but if you do take that MOTB, you're gonna be part of that missile food. Be part of that you're gonna be missile food, okay? All right. Hopefully this loads up. All right, this is Revelation 14:9. All right, it says, and the third angel followed them with a loud voice, saying, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of YAHAWAH, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So you see all these fire-inducing and or producing weapons that Russia has with just in this video, and these other nations have, that's going to get shot over here at America. If you partake in anything outside of, trying to get your life right with the Lord, you're going to be missile food, especially if you take that MOTB. All right, you're going to be caught up in the missiles. All right. The Lord will use edify just to help you see what's going on. Wars in the air. All right. Lord will use edify to the next time. Shalom.